I now have the distinct pleasure of presenting an award we don't give out every year. However, when we're made aware of an individual that deserves special recognition, that's where this award comes through. The award is named for Jim Desmarais, who served as the Executive Director of the New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association for 2 decades. He also served on the Board of Judges for 20 years and was Chair for 15. He was dedicated to high school athletics and student athletes. This year's recipient is Thomas Cantara. Thomas has been a distant runner for over 10 years. He started running marathons in 2012. His determination was evident as he did not finish his first marathon due to bad cramps, but he did not quit. He came back and ran many marathons, including the Manchester Marathon in 2020, setting a state record for a 30-year-old male. He was also selected for the USA Games in Orlando last summer. In 2018, Special Olympics sent 33 athletes to the USA Games in Seattle. Last June, New Hampshire sent 86 athletes to the Games in Orlando. Thomas was a leading representative. And to show the dedication Thomas has, he participated this morning in a 5K marathon in Nashua, and when we get out of here today, he has another 15 miles he has to run. It's my honor to present to you Thomas Cantara.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Board of Judges for selecting my story. This has been one heck of a journey. As mentioned, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I started cross country in high school in 2006. I was new to distance at the time. My father told me his stories about when he did cross country in high school, and I wanted to follow in his footsteps and do the same thing. I wasn't the fastest kid, being new to the sport, and about 3 years later, I was 256 pounds. I gained a lot of weight. Back then I was a skier. I wasn't so much into running, but then I wanted to lose the weight for skiing originally, and then I shaved off 80 pounds in a year and a half, and I started to love running. It started to feel really good, and my run career took off since then, so I haven't skied as much, but I got tired of the cold, losing the weight, and I decided I'm just going to stick with running. I got inspired watching the people on TV run the Boston Marathon, and I said, I want to do that someday. I want to be just like these people running 26.2 miles. So I found out what it took to qualify. I tried very hard, and as mentioned, when I ran my first marathon, I cramped around mile 22. I walked a mile, wasn't feeling good. So I dropped out, and then I went home. I felt really depressed, and I thought maybe I'm not meant to do this. And my mother said, you can run, if you can run 22 miles, you certainly can do 26.2. So I gave it some thought, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to go to another marathon, and about a month later, I did Cape Cod down in Falmouth. I finished it on 1 hour sleep. I was working nights at the time, so I'd adjust my sleep the other way around in the day. So that wasn't easy for me to do. And then I just haven't stopped for a few more years, and then I got to a point where I ran a couple of tough marathons, and there were a couple of my friends that said, keep going and keep going. So that encouragement I had along the way is one of the reasons why I am where I am today as a runner. And I just never stopped quitting. I really put my heart into running so much that I try to make it work. And right now I work in the Litchfield School District where I'm on my feet more, so it's easier to keep walking around and stay active. And I'm very thankful for this award. It means so much. Thank you, board, for selecting my story. This is a huge honor. And every summer from now on, when I train for a marathon, after being in Florida in June, I'll never complain about the heat again.